Okay, so this is one of those conversations that wrestling fans are probably never going to fully agree on, because every era has their one name people swear is untouchable. Some people will always say Hulk Hogan because that's what he meant in the 80s. Some people will say Stone Cold Steve Austin because of how huge the Attitude Era became. Some now will say Roman Reigns because of what he's done over the last few years. But when you really sit down and look at everything, there's some very serious argument that John Cena might actually be the greatest WWE superstar of all time. And honestly, even if you were someone who booed Cena for years, it's getting harder and harder to argue against it. So let's deep dive into all this. Let's hit that intro and get into it. Break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up. First thing is just the resume. You can dislike Cena all you want, but the numbers are ridiculous. 17 world title reigns, multiple WrestleMania main events, Royal Rumble wins, a Money in the Bank, United States title runs that people still talk about. And what makes it different is he wasn't just around for one hot stretch. He stayed on top for a very, very long time. A lot of guys get hot, have their moment, and fade down the card. And what really makes Cena unique is this. He stayed on top even when half the crowd clearly didn't want him there. That "let's go Cena sucks" thing became part of wrestling culture. Every arena, every week, same split crowd. And most people in that situation probably would have cracked at something. But Cena never really changed course. He kept doing the job WWE needed him to do. He stayed consistent. And whether fans like it or not, that level of pressure is not easy to handle. That actually says a lot about how valuable he was. Now, if we're being real, nobody is saying Cena's the greatest technical wrestler ever. If someone says Kurt Angle is better in the ring, that's fair. If someone says Shawn Michaels had more classic matches, fair. If somebody says CM Punk was sharper on the mic in certain moments, that's a conversation too. But Cena understood something just as important. He knew how to make people care. He knew how to make a match feel big even before it started. That's why so many of his major matches still feel important when you go back and watch them today. And another thing people overlook, Cena always showed up. Injuries happen, sure, but compared to how long he carried WWE, his reliability was unreal. That surprise return at the Royal Rumble still stands out because nobody thought he'd be back that early. And when WWE needed somebody dependable, Cena was almost always there. Now, before we go any farther, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you hit that like button, share the video with some friends, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content we put out, and drop a comment down below. Is Cena your GOAT, or do you have somebody else above him? Now let's get back to the video. And honestly, one area where Cena separates himself from almost everybody outside of wrestling, his work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation is alone unbelievable. Over 650 wishes granted. That's not PR. That's years of showing up for families and kids over and over and over again. And whether you like his character or not, that kind of legacy matters. Now, the biggest argument against Cena is impact, because some people will say Hogan changed wrestling forever. True. Some will say Austin drove the biggest boom period. And there's truth there. But Cena's argument is longevity. He carried the WWE after one major era ended and before the next one fully took over. And that bridge period matters more than people give him credit. He had to keep the WWE moving during years that were not always easy. And he did that. So is Cena the GOAT? That depends on what matters most to you. If it's pure ring work, maybe not. If it's cultural impact, maybe you lean another direction. But if you find championships, longevity, pressure, consistency, and everything outside the ring, yeah, Cena belongs at the top of that conversation. And honestly, the older this debate gets, the stronger his case looks. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again. Watch
out, cause I'm here now and I'm staying.